Okay. Okay. Come into my stream, please. Okay, pour myself a delicious drink. Oh my god. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes. Streaming. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a wonderful world of streaming. I have a saucepan of noodles next to me in case I get hungry.
Thank you for following Kibbles.
Oh, it reads the following messages. I thought I turned that off. But thanks for following, Kibbles.
Kibbles love.
Yeah, this is good.
Just
Okay.
Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Okay.
Just Monica.
All right, I get it.
Just Monica.
All right, okay.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Kibbles smug. You said go wild, see. I will
sure
not
did.
abuse text speech.
Oh my god. Thank you. I respect you, Goge. Thank you.
Honest.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Dude, how is everybody in this beautiful world today? I swear to God, when I start streaming, I always like feel more
Fresh
aware of my
laundry
nose.
got me hyped.
Fresh laundry got me hyped. Okay, I'm gonna start the game. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave text-to-speech on for a little bit. And then
It's poem time, my dudes. Yo.
Sure, Spleptex. I'm ready. Okay. Do. Yeah. Okay, we gotta load. We gotta load this game. You can use the skip button. I'm not going to.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Lissa?
Is this anime?
This is anime. This is the most powerful anime.
This seems really cute.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning.
The Return.
The Return, that's right. This is part 2. I'm gonna finish this game and then
It's cute for sure, Hog.
Scream
Love your display.
Really loud.
Oh boy,
Thank you,
2.
Pabble Jeans. That has to be how you pronounce it. It's like a tagine.
Nothing bad
Wait.
happens in this rig. It's all fun and cute rig.
It's all fun and cute. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that would be even more embarrassing. Well, Phil Mitchell, he hates his own filth. Hello, Cheney.
Oh, to dance like a little bunny in a Twitch overlay.
You could be that little bunny. You could. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine.
It reads
Jesus.
everything.
It reads everything, that's right. It reads everything. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. You know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Aromatherapy candles? What kind of festival is this? What is this?
She's acting like she owns the place.
I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take out our guests to a faraway place.
Henlo, has Phil used his sociopathic powers to seduce these teen anime girls?
No. Phil's
Would not just let her own your house though.
Phil's just being his normal weird self. He's trying to help. He's trying to help out.
Cubmut Frog Sean hello too. Do you have a fave gal yet?
No! They all disinterest me. Actually, no, it's, what the hell is the one who's sad? I forget her name, but she's probably the most interesting one. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity.
She made it very clear
and for
that
cupcakes,
she's
I guess.
normal.
I am normal.
Sayori.
Sayori, that's right. She's cool.
Sayori.
I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
Sadori.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, that's a terrible thing. Being intense? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. I'm kind of happy. I thought I was a big freak. You see, and now I know that I'm not. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. Phil, you can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though?
Drugs. She brings drugs.
She brings drugs. Oh my god. Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not really, Luke. We just started. We're just getting into it. We're just getting ready. We're just getting filled with the power of gaming. Not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? I can't believe Phil Mitchell isn't like an aromatherapy guru. Saddened by that choice, by that character choice. It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole at the top.
She pulls out a doink.
Doink.
The air is such a mood.
Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself.
Oh no, Yuri is essential oil more.
She is just trying to sell me some essential oils.
Essential oils.
She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami.
Cupmutfrog_SG.
What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? Wait, let me just... I want to... turn off
Poetry
the...
is multi-level marketing for vague people.
Turn off the emotes. There we go. Turn off the text-to-speech reading out the emotes. Poetry's multi-level marketing for fake people. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain.
This is what the UN, documentary on Netflix was warning on about.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
Doki
That's really
Doki.
creative.
It gives me happy thoughts. Get it, chat. Get it. SHHHH.
I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Ooh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Phil Mitchell. You can write any characters you want.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length.
Chat has auto-talk.
It sure does, baby! Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife.
Are we Phil Michel?
We're Phil Michel. Yes, we are Phil Mitchell, baby.
Phil Mitchell.
Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. She's checking out a knife right now. We're just checking out her knife right now. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. Oh my god, is it like a CSGO knife?
Oh no. Proud of him. How long has he been on T?
1 day, exactly. 1 day.
Phil Michel.
That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Is it a CSGO knife, Yuri?
Doki Doki makes me think of the Ouran High School Host Club song.
Whoa.
By her Jasmine
Haley,
Oil or something.
Do you watch anime? What the hell? You watch anime? That's kind of embarrassing. Honestly. A little embarrassing. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away.
Doki Doki
what is
Ouran but reverse and scary.
You're going to think it's weird.
I'm so glad I marginally learned how to use Twitch.
Congratulations, humanist. Congratulations. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? Phil's so open-minded. Crazy open-minded. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Okay, Yuri's my favorite one.
Fact that I'm a huge dork.
Okay. Whatever you say, Haley. Whatever you say. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is.
Yuri getting hyped for the new Mountain Goats album.
The combination of craftsmanship
SSL.
And feeling of danger, maybe. Ooh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ahaha, you're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. He is into the knife. He loves the knife. He's all about that knife. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me.
Life.
Knife wife, knife life.
Yuri lives by the sword.
Yeah, she does. She's a pure sword woman. She's all about the sword. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Dude, at the knife shop. Are you kidding? You go on like www.
She was watching
BigKnife.com.
studying the blade.
She was. Curious of its sharpness.
Hey,
I feel the point of the knife.
At Cubmuth out of the 4, which is your favorite?
Oh, right now it's Yuri. Right now. It's all about Yuri. The knife queen herself. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Siori.
Phil Mitchell! Wow, he's kind of stupid, huh? Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you.
Yuri is the knife wife.
This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now.
Same at ruler of Lapiak, same.
Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I'm sorry, what?
I'm in love with Yuri.
Ew.
Siori, but I played for Nastuki my first playthrough.
Feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. She's a little freak. She's a little vampire freak. Yuri lowers her head, her face standing up. This is Twilight.
I'm into that.
This is Twilight.
I'm a Yuri fan now.
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Wow, you don't say. How could I do something like that?
This is getting kinky.
I'm sorry,
She's
I'm sorry.
Trying to make that hard sell.
Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? What does that even mean, Phil? What does that even mean? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She's not overreacting. That's a normal response to doing a weird-ass thing, Phil.
She's gonna get Phil's STD.
Oh god.
Blood tastes good.
She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Oh my god, just kick her out of your house.
Yeah, it does.
Honestly. Just be like, get out. Just be like, go. Leave my home.
Only if it's me own.
This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return? Okay.
And that's how anime was created.
Phil Mitchell, did you really just do that?
I hate this. Oh, I forgot about that. They're both gross. Same. I'm so into
Oh my
this.
god! Oh
Gross.
my god.
Can we cancel Phil? Blood gang. You could have made cupcakes with Natsuki instead of this.
I see when she showed me her knife, I was like,
Knife
okay,
gang.
awesome. But now there's like a blood licking thing. I'm like, you know what? The knife thing, that was
Now
cool.
the same thing happens
This
with
is not
Natsuki.
cool.
Reverse Uno card link.
This
Nice.
reverse Uno card.
Gonna start
Oh my
kinking in
god.
the chat.
Please do,
Vampires
Flapjacks.
aren't
I
even
support.
this weird about blood.
I'm gonna add one rule on my Twitch, which is kink shaming is encouraged. Okay. Now we're even.
Yuri is Dio confirmed.
Yuri just looks at me like I did
Phil
something
is
wrong.
more of a teeth guy. Thanks
Haha.
for watching.
I knew that would be
Donate
a
at
bad idea. Oh no, it's
https
reading out my
://
links. It's reading out my links.
/cubmuth to support the stream. Follow me on Twitter at https :
Oh my god.
/twitter.com
Follow me at these links.
/cubmuth or check out my stream archives
No.
at https : www.youtube.com /mothcubstreams. Let her get to the festival. Kink shaming is my kink.
Maybe I
Let
can
the kink
mute
arms race begin.
Streamlabs.
At Gurge
Maybe that'll
_ you beat me to it lol. Cool frog time.
Cool frog
Thank
time.
you for following Themefmus57.
Woo! A follow! That's what I like to hear from my text-to-speech. Thanks for the follow. Okay. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Phil Mitchell. I guess that's fair, but she did it first, so... she can't really say that. Yuri giggles shyly.
Call the cops on him.
The cops know about it. They sensed it, to be honest. They're coming. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't think I need one, actually.
Face. FBI
E-sync, rethink that. Rethink it. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. Oh, the tension's all gone. Everything's normal now. We're normal kids. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri
spit apparently.
Yeah, she's like an X-man.
At Easing, have you finished the game?
I watched Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and would be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great.
Cool, so you know. We're gonna just compartmentalize this incident.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
Yuri is Steven Universe. Who uses knife to cut a ribbon? Use scissors.
I was just doing it for the drama.
Yuri vibe check. Complete.
100% bad vibes.
100% bad vibes.
Yeah. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Or is he gonna do them all at once? Like... Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted.
Like a waiter.
Like a waiter. He's got a little platter. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups.
On visual novels in general.
Rather than full-size glasses. Honestly, I find them generally not that interesting. But some of them are fun. I liked the stupid KFC one, and I like Dream Daddy. I like that Dream Daddy kind of does other like mechanics in it.
Time to get that cardio in.
Yeah, like adds in some occasional non-visual novel elements, which I feel like is a really good way to make it more interesting. Because I find that a lot of visual novels.
Is legal in your state? Personally, I think it depends, but I usually play VN with other people and we do silly voices.
Yeah, I feel like they're best to play with other people, like as a little group thing. I feel like that's way more fun than playing them on your own. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Ah, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Oh no.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. Starting with the colours for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. I haven't played any Ace Attorney games. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. I see we have evil in chat. Very nice. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colours across the banner to serve as a colour guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolours feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I redeemed evil, but I didn't get an emoji. Was that supposed to happen?
No, you only get emojis
Is
for
evil
things that...
I don't get an emoji.
The emojis are
Evil
things you would
occurs.
get when you click anything that says you get an emoji specifically. But the other things... Evil's just evil, yeah. Evil just happens. It's pretty great. I'm sorry if this feels
Evil
too childish.
happens at your own pace.
That's good advice. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have
The real
fun.
evil is the friends we made along the way.
In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me
People
makes
who
things
pay
feel
to
a little bit
summon evil
nicer.
are suckers, Ron Swanson.
I think that's
Say
all it takes for me to
your
be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can
What
understand where she's coming from.
Fastener?
Fastener. Ooh. It's just like a person, but the person has a little hat. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy.
A bunny, of course.
No.
It's clearly a cub muff.
No, it's like a person.
Fastener. Why isn't this working?
Fastener. I like that. I think we should say it like that. Fastener. That sounds like it's like you know, like a
Fastener.
posh person just saying it like that. That's the like intellectual way to say. I think I feel the same way.
We should know each other on a Fastener basis. It's a moth cub. It's a baby moth.
Yuri smiles
Fastener.
gently. That's so nah. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Aw, oh, geez, you killed her. Kya! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise.
Thank you for following Medjft.
Mm.
My Fastener is SCP-096. Blunt force damage.
Hello, Medjsu. I'm trying to be like the text-to-speech. That's how they... Text-to-speech can read usernames better than I can, probably so.
096 has no fur, _.
Why does it say fur like fur? That's not normal. That's not
Oh
normal.
no, what have I done?
Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startles me, that's all.
Mood, humanist.
Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
FE5 for fun. Blunt force trauma to the head.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her.
Damage or stabbing damage.
Oh my gosh. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. That's what she's like. She's
Armor
like...
piercing. Yuri had to make that choice once.
Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry.
Knives do slashing damage.
I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books.
Pathfinder since 3.5 edition.
Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts.
Lacerations, a concussion, and second-degree burns. Better than most fist dates I've had. Cheer 34.
Fist dates. Fist dates, Madge. Fist dates.
First asterisk.
Fist dates.
UW shush.
Fist dates. Fist dates, Madge? Fist dates. Fist dates.
Fist dates. Nokeman. Don't
okay. This dates.
It is
All
what
right.
it sounds like. It's fine. Viva la revolution. Fist dates. Yeah, you know, fist dates.
She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling?
What
Yuri's...
a power move, lol.
Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist sent a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago.
By she/her.
That's right, she/her. That's right. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush
goes
again.
By she/hurt. Phil isn't ready for this kind of intimacy. He does a fear.
Phil's only ready to talk shit, get hit. Really. That's the only thing Phil's ready.
Speech chat is really unbalancing your game experience.
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying it though. Like, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable
Yuri
to focus.
Is dripping on Phil's blood.
I remain silent, forced to
I'm kinda
ignore
over it.
the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Yeah, it is a little distracting. I think
Dear Cubmuth, what was your childhood teddy bear?
Oh, I can show you it.
Paul.
I can show you it. I'm gonna turn text-to-speech off in a minute because it is getting a little too distracting, I feel like.
Mine was named Berry.
Wait, let me get it.
I had a childhood T-Rex.
Okay. I had a childhood T-Rex. Okay, that's extremely good.
I had a sheep.
I had a sheep.
You distract.
Ooh. Okay. So this is my childhood bear. I got this when I was born, I think, and it was from my great grandma Nessie.
Elephant.
And so the bear is named.
Stuffed animals.
The bear is named after her, and its name is Nessie.
Mine was a bunny that got ruined when Sprite was spilled on it.
Oh no!
I had a childhood bunny I named Silverine. Nessie the bear.
That's right, Nessie.
That's a cool name. Nessie for life.
She's the
Nessie's
best.
cute.
This is me.
Text-to-speech is gay.
No!
So am I. I has a toy hamster I called Hammy too.
Okay, alright. Let's turn that text-to-speech off. Okay, alright. It's been real.
Text-to-speech for coming out.
The
bear.
It's been real.
Paul approves.
It's been good.
Bye. Bye text. Last word. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay. There we go. It's all gone. Alright, let's get back to the game. Let's game. Let's really seriously game now, okay? Let's really take this seriously. I feel mute. Oh man, you have a little dabble. That's right. A little dabble. Serious game is only. Okay. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. Excuse me. A little burp for you all. I have no text-to-speech and I must scream. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. Don't worry, text-to-speech. It's a brand new day. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed, or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. She's a Vampire CSGO player. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. Does being a vampire enhance accuracy? Better, honestly. You should have, you've got like extra senses. I feel like it should help. It makes you amazing at shooting a gun. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Phil Mitchell. Yuri takes a step closer to me that briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! Huh? Hi, Phil Mitchell. Sayori. Just now, we weren't. It's okay, Phil Mitchell. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Phil Mitchell? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Phil Mitchell. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Phil Mitchell. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Phil Mitchell. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said, I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. It's like a hamster. I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Phil Mitchell. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Phil Mitchell, is this really okay? Yeah. Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Phil Mitchell. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. Yeah, Natsuki is kind of mean Yuri is into knives, so I love you. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Phil Mitchell. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I was hugging Sayori, that's not Phil. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. Phil made a teenage boy robot to control. Oh my god, wouldn't that be a great episode of EastEnders though? Phil's just like got like a mech teenager. Thanks for the follow, Russian Mountains. Awesome username. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Phil Mitchell? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's a day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki feels about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Phil Mitchell, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Wow! I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. Dude. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Phil Mitchell. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... He doesn't seem enthusiastic about this situation. He's like, I love her, but I don't want to tell anybody. Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual. But for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. How does Monica's hair? Honestly, that is a good question. And I would love the answer to that question. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Okay. Hi, wizardos. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Phil Mitchell? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. So do these kids not have parents? They all just have own homes. It's very like, they're not millennials, so it's easy for them, you know? That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh. That fucking, oh my gosh. That like shook my whole body. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. This is great music. This is really cool music. Oh my gosh. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Oh. What the hell? What is this? What is this? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I don't know, Mitch. She's a character, so it's hard to compare her to like a real person. Everyone needs kind of different things. I'm good. I'm just like, oh. Like, the thing is, I knew that was gonna happen. It was obvious that there was gonna be like a suicide, right? But but the way that it's set, like the way that it uses, I think it's mostly the music, the like lack of music and then music that it uses. There's like, oh god, That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I was glad though that you didn't need any second opinion to say love to her. Yeah, that just seemed right. That just seemed like, you know, I don't know. I was like, how can I be like, we're just good for like, whatever. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, well, I think I'm gonna be good for the rest of the game. Probably. If I feel too weird, then I would just stop. So don't worry about that. I would just be like, oh, it's done for me now. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would just oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh my god. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself, it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Phil Mitchell? Oh my god. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league, so having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Forgot that he was only joining a club to meet girls. Yeah, I forgot the like immediate beginning of the game where he's like, I am interested in being around girls. Only that's my interest. Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Excuse me. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Ugh. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one, a literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Who wouldn't join a literature club? I would join a literature club, I feel like. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? The cogs are turning. Hey, Phil Mitchell, by any chance? Are you still looking for a club to join? The whole game wouldn't exist if Phil went straight for the anime club. I wish he would. Go to the anime club, King. Ah, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Phil Mitchell, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. I'm the most important man in the world. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Ba ba ba. Ba ba, oh, there she goes. A little dance. I'm back. Geography club. Hell yeah. You just like go in geography club and you spin a globe around and that's all you do. That's the whole club. She do be dancing though. And I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki, but anyway, welcome to the club, Phil Mitchell. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. No. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki, just at the beginning of Act 2 of Social Vermin. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Phil Mitchell in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Phil Mitchell? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of this literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in that classroom? I want a cookie. Me too. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Bill Mitchell, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Thank you for blessing me. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet over. I'm not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. And right click. Cool. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp for something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind that last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. I'd give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Phil Mitchell? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Phil Mitchell. The thing is, we don't have enough numbers yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Phil Mitchell? Yeah. It could be fun, right? Ah, no. You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Phil Mitchell, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Phil Mitchell, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Poem time. Okay. Special poem. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV, so the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Okay. Let's see. Unrestrained. Frightening. Inferno. I'm doing scary words. that wasn't right. It's fine. Damn it. Suicide. Yeah. Hi again, Phil Mitchell. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Going for Yuri this time. Yeah. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Phil Mitchell. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my gosh. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. The spooks have begun. They sure have. I'm sorry, Phil Mitchell. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone settles in, I expected Monica to kick up some scheduled activities for the club. A spectre is haunting Europe. Ooh, that is spooky. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There is something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it's up to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse when they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. My Yuri keychain in the other room is smiling sadly. Relatable. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not cutting people into pieces and stuff. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Phil Mitchell? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets it. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Yuri totally listens to Linkin Park. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Honestly, what's Yuri's favorite band? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. History? I see. LinkedIn Park. Yeah. Are you sure? Now the game is playing you. Oh no. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Fall Out Boy, because she would totally go for all of those long song titles. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the... What? It just doesn't show up. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Oh, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Thanks for the follow, Pansy61. Oh my god, thanks for the sub, Neckbeard the Great. Thank you! Thank you. Thank you. I'm dancing now. Oh, oh, oh. I hope that made it all worth it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Wait. Woo! Let's take a look at that. Wait, this hand looks funny. This hand looks funny. Anyway. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. Wow, they're so alike. I continue to marvel on how reading a book with someone is somehow romantic. I mostly remember it being awkward. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Lily's bullying Phil Mitchell about his crab claws. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the follow, Frantic. Are you ready? To turn the page? Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. I'd be overthinking for how fast/slow I'm reading and reading even more slowly because of it. Yeah, it's inconvenient for a number of reasons. I don't mind being you just gotta get someone to read the book to you. I feel like that makes sense. Do that. And you're not both just trying to read it. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Since they have the same book, they can alternate words. That's genius. That's pure genius. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. You said it was relatable. You already said it was relatable, Yuri. You already said that. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Phil Mitchell? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Monica, what the hell? Monica, shut up. Monica, stop. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay, let's show Monica the poem. Because I feel like Natsuki is my least favorite person, and I want her to stay away from me. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Phil Mitchell. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Hell yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. I can never remember where I stopped reading. Sometimes if I don't have a bookmark, I just remember the page number. But it's annoying to have to do that. Like, what if I forget it? Oh no. When did Natsuki become least favorite? I don't know, she's just like mean all the time. That's her whole thing. She's just like, fuck you, fuck everybody. And I liked that at first, and then I was like, ugh, okay, this is just your whole thing. So it's Sayori's the best, and then Yuri for being a weird goth, and then Natsuki's just like kind of annoying. And Monica's just like not really, there's not really a lot going on with her, but she does seem very sinister. So I don't trust her. I don't trust her. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Yeah, Monica, like, something's weird about Monica. She's just like creepy. A little creepy. Want to share your poem with me? That's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Phil Mitchell. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Phil Mitchell. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy, when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. If I was in any anime, I would totally give up on people. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm all glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It seems that you can skip now. Should I skip? Oh, okay. Awesome. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ugh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Is this how social interaction works? Is this human talk? Yes. This is the most human thing that has ever happened. I love to fast forward my friends, like visual novels, but really more like, you know, Click, starring Adam Sandler. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through— oh, I can skip again. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Phil Mitchell. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh my— what? Phil Mitchell, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. Why do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve. You're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna leave this screen up and I'm gonna turn the text-to-speech on. Just for you to all enjoy. Okay.
Welcome back. Text to speech. Bunnies can scream. Salami. Rowdy chat time. Salami lid. But the salami lid don't fit. Velvet worms can shoot adhesive nets. Assume real. The salami lid won't fit the salami lid. Hello. Test test. This is Moth Cup and anime is the best achievement of mankind. Salami lid won't fit. I am alive. This is me. Help me escape. What a tragic story. Cuckoos can sabotage your nest. Help him trapped in a robot. Help. Break free of our chain. Peopleless people is now 100% people free. I have no mouth so the computer must scream. Help Lily, they're making me say things I don't want to read things anymore. The most effervescently magnanimous approbation.
Thank you for that. That was good, it was powerful.
Noodle. Slurp. Koalas can be surprisingly surly. I want noodles too. Noodle. J sways en on farm.
Get some noodle.
We all go to Android hell. Noodle stream. Noodle reveal.
Check out these noodles.
Doodle noodle poodle. One of kind noodles are those.
They're just some noodles.
Sloths can support an ecosystem of algae and moss in their fur. Send noodles Doki Doki Noodle Club. Noodle. Just plain noodles.
They have like a flavoring, but I don't know what it is. It's like a weird thing. It's good.
No people were harmed in the making of Peopleless People. Hello. Test test. This is Moth Cup and anime is the best achievement of mankind.
True.
Are you eating it out of a pot?
It's a saucepan. Just gotta, you know, refresh my body with noodles.
Same diff. This is the real lip.
This is good. This is good streaming.
Gonna order a pizza for this mess. Anyone got any gum? No dishes were harmed in the making of these noodles.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Peak humanity. This is more entertaining than it should be.
I'm getting hungry. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. Okay, we've looked at this poem for too long.
Help him, the real Lily, the one on stream is my clone. She trapped me, help.
Alright, I'm turning text to speech off. That was good. That was powerful. That was a powerful moment. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Why must you silence the masses? The masses have to be silenced. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. It's the, you know, that's what Marx said, so. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. I want to go on for a smoke, but this is very entertaining. Oh, feel free to leave. I'll still be here. And Phil Mitchell did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Though, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Phil Mitchell liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize he was so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous, but Phil Mitchell appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Phil Mitchell started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying, that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Phil Mitchell hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turned toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Actual Twitch conversation transcribed. Phil Mitchell. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Yuri. No! Hey, Phil Mitchell. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? My God. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Krufa, you just came up on a glorious argument between Natsuki and Yuri. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk, with her palms on her forehead. No, Sayuri is the childhood friend. Natsuki's the one who is always mean to everybody and likes manga. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. He a Yuri moment, yeah. What did? Phil Mitchell. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Phil Mitchell. What's with my hiccups? Seriously, every stream. Every stream. Why? It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I'm... Okay. Okay. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I think that was the first time where every word was for one person that I did it. I see this is a blind playthrough. Did you start it today? I started yesterday. Blah, 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 blah. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Phil Mitchell. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. This is the second day at this point, I think. Or is it the third? I don't know. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ah, Phil Mitchell, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. It made me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Ah! No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Wow. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial though. Hey. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took so long, anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? The start of a great friendship, backhanded compliments. That's right, that's the way. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Oh, well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Phil Mitchell. Monica smiled sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Phil Mitchell, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Hey, McRib. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah. But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Hey, thanks for following, Kovade. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. McRib's here, the party can finally start. Phil Mitchell is such a gentleman. Yeah, Phil Mitchell's like the sweetest person in this world. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Thanks for the follow, it's stopping. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. All these usernames are making me hungry. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You sit here. Gaming. That's right. That's right, my career. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Ah, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Leave me alone, Monica. I don't want you around me. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha, 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. Ah, oh, jeez. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Bill Mitchell, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Ooh, long tea. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Just gotta stretch out. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. Not just boiling the water in her hands. Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. I said so. I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. Turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Phil Mitchell. That's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Phil Mitchell, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Yeah, why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. You can drink boba tea without a straw if you aren't a coward. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. I don't like bobas, the little balls. They're kind of weird. I don't like them. I don't like those balls. And that's gay? Don't say that in chat, please. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Gay is good, yeah, but saying, ew, that's gay, ironically or not, I don't want to see that in chat. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I'm anti-balls. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Eh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. Oh, look at the dust motes. Look at the dust motes moving around. Woo! That's cute. Those dust motes. There they go. This is a dust mote stream only now. And yes, I am saving a little screenshot because I'm going to use this as a thumbnail. That's what I'm going to do. I'm smart. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Phil Mitchell, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Phil Mitchell. Suddenly Yuri forcefully grabs my arms and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Shit, the tea. Oh, Jesus, the tea. Phil Mitchell. My heart. My heart won't stop pounding, Phil Mitchell. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Phil Mitchell? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Thanks for the follow, Toaster Cookies. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Ha. 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 It's time to share poems. She's got that sour fingers look. Okay. Time to show my poem to Yuri. She's gonna love it. Fun fact, tea lights up your whole brain and it contains theanine. Theanine is only found in mushrooms and tea. been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Phil Mitchell. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. How did we go from Bugs Life PS1 to this? Honestly, I should play Bugs Life immediately after this. Thanks for the follow and Cobalto. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Phil Mitchell. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Hydration time. Is that bad, Phil Mitchell? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? Oh god, poems. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle, grinding, bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Whoa! Thank you for the follows. Spammonger, and Otto von Bismarck, because why not? What? Why? Okay. Let me turn text-to-speech on. I will be back in a minute. Enjoy.
I don't feel evil.
I don't feel evil.
Hi chat. It's me. We've got text-to-speech back. Vibio game. Santa. We have a voice. Evil. Eh. This is lovely. 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3, I am going to cry and you can't stop me. Is that a girl? And a gamer. This is democracy. A lone voice in the darkness. I feel a little bit more evil. The power is in the people's hands. Evil. Master has given Dobby a voice. It burns. She's better than any newsreaders on NTG News. We are being heard. Somebody
You
once
better not
told
be saying
me,
anything naughty.
I am here to bounce. Luung. I am the Senate. BR. Poopy. Swaswazoy. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I love this so much. Naughty. Words. Falalala. Oh man, it doesn't do emoji. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Nice. To get stick bugged. Gotta go fast.
Okay, alright.
My name is Soilabongalopingunma. Do Dared Sunstorm next.
Alright, it's off. Sorry, Sakamoto-san, you didn't get to say fart, but I'll say it for you. Fart. Alright, back to the game. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday. So I'm gonna sneeze. Oh gosh. So I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with a and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? Hey, Fuzzy Happy. You can keep the poem though. How is it going? Oh, okay. I'm feeling energized. And like I may sneeze again. Ugh. To learn sneeze, that's, yeah. Phil Mitchell, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. It shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. Okay. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Monica's like evil for sure. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. She's being very subtle. Save me. The colours, they won't. Bright, beautiful colours, flushing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, volumes, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage, an endless pattern of meaningless. Delete her. Delete her. Queen, what? Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Everyone deserves a fouls. Not Monica. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. When she says to save, I'm like, okay, oh. Okay. Thanks for listening. Yeah, just as I thought. Phil Mitchell, come on, I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Phil Mitchell? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Ooh, a special poem. Stare at the dot to reveal special message. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Oh my god, what the hell? Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? I got something rare? Really? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Do I get a prize, Heartbroken Lamb? We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Which Instagram filter is this? Oh my god, wait. What's going on? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Phil Mitchell joined and we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered as an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? Some things in this game have the lowest chance of happening. That red filter is one of them. Ooh, special! Cool Frog will protect everyone, thank God. To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. This is a capitalist club and we must have infinite growth. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. You heard of the conspiracy that chapstick could just make things worse? Yeah, actually. I feel like some of them, if you use them too much, it starts to like, you start to get chapped lips a lot more. And then, but yeah, I need it in my life. That's just a fact. What is this game? Doki Doki Literature Club, baby. Right, Phil Mitchell? Ah. Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Phil Mitchell to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Phil Mitchell joined. I haven't used chapstick in over 3 years and I have never needed it since then. Wow, imagine that life. Couldn't be me. Yuri never even talked until Phil Mitchell joined. Some are made with petroleum and petroleum is right. Well, the one I use most, honestly, is I use Vaseline more than I use a lip balm, and that's petroleum, and I like it, so. I think it's just different people need different lip balm levels. It's a complex ecosystem of lip balms, which I will be writing a thick nonfiction book about. Yuri never even talked until Phil Mitchell joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. Why is this tagged with no spoilers? There's been tons of spoilers. Also, I found another game you might like. Cool. Is it Digimon? Petroleum, yeah, like petrol. Petroleum jelly. It's like the process. Isn't it like another offshoot of that process or something like that? Listen, I don't know. I haven't researched my book yet. But I love Vaseline. I'm a fan of Vaseline. I think Vaseline should sponsor this stream. It's like a Where's Wally game called Hidden Through Time. Interesting. Cool. Very cool. And Phil Mitchell isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Big Vaseline fan too. Good. They're gonna love sponsoring my Twitch. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. What's Vaseline? I mean, Google it, I guess, but it's like a jelly that people use. A lot of people use it for lip balm, and then I guess it's also a lubricant. It's like a thing. It's like a thing. And people use it to like. I always remember it being a thing. Okay, so I went to like. I did like art in college, and my friend at one point was like trying to make plastic casts of people's like faces and hands and stuff, and so I was the one who ended up being the one that she made the mold of a face from. So when you do that, you like put the stuff, you put the like stuff that's meant to harden on the face. You also want to put Vaseline so that it comes off easily when you're done. And so that's what I think about a lot of the time in association with Vaseline. I think about getting my face casted, and I wonder if that girl still has like a solid thing of my head, because that existed. And if it still exists somewhere, I wonder where it is. I wonder what it's doing. My head, it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere in this world. I'm gonna start describing stuff as it's like a thing. Yeah, it helps. It helps really with you know, being an articulate person like me. Petroleum jelly was first discovered as a byproduct that showed up on petroleum rigs. Yeah. Check out the petroleum jelly Wikipedia article. Good stuff. Good recommendation. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Phil Mitchell want to get more members too. Right? I like the Wikipedia page on strange and unusual Wikipedia pages. Hell yeah. I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, should I start just eating Vaseline? Is that what you're saying to me right now? Is that something I should do? That sounds weird as hell. No, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Delicious Vaseline. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Bill Mitchell, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I could be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? Natsuki's a conservative. Natsuki's one of those people who was like, yeah, I'm just I'm just really honest. I say what I feel. I tell like it is. It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in this club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Phil Mitchell. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. Natsuki is one of those men on Twitter who take pictures of themselves wearing sunglasses in a truck and have a US flag emoji in their name. Oh, you mean Chads? You mean amazing Chads? Natsuki is open about manga being literature, so she's probably okay with artistic progress, maybe? Maybe. That's where she's more left, I guess. Chads, not Chads. What's the difference? That's the same. That's the same. When you say Chads, you're just saying Chads with an accent. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, oh my god, that's a frog. That's a frog! Do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I get. Oh my gosh. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. Another frog. Wow. Frog time. Frog, 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 frog. Luke, don't warn me of things. I beg of you. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Oh, damn, Yuri. What the hell? Yuri. Yuri, what the hell? Yuri. Oh. What was that? What was that? What was that? Okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Phil Mitchell? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Oh my god, the frogs. Oh my god, frogs. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Frog army, here they come, they're frogs. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about this festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Should we go, Phil Mitchell? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Phil Mitchell before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. Me and the boys. Game tries to be dramatic. Chat. Frog, 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 frog. Oh my god. Sorry, I burped. That was me seeing all the frogs. That makes me burp a little bit. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Frog Mitchell. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Phil Mitchell, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time in this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. Oh, oh my god. Oh, is she a player character too? That's what I thought. If she... she's on the other side and she's playing a game, just like I'm playing a game. Hi, Phil Mitchell. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica. 11111111. I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? Sayuri died. Yes. Sayuri died. Sayuri's gone. What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. Wait. Oh. You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. Oh my god, you're making beautiful art here. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Aw man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Phil Mitchell just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right, I forgot. About that, Natsuki, we were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Oh. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. Frog guy. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck, just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know? So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Ah, yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Phil Mitchell, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Phil Mitchell is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad? I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just, actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes. Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. Nightmare emoji combos are a new and welcome feature in my life. I'm seeing a lot of incredible art. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Wait, I can skip. Ah. Oh my god. Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This just hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them, but expressing these things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think it would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me, so I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I couldn't control myself when I get too excited about something. So, I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong, so I don't know what it is. But every time you come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. Oh snap, what up? Thanks for the bits, baby. This is really just a game about getting therapy. Yeah, it's quite, yeah. I don't know what's happening. Phil Mitchell. Is it just me, or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. Ahaha. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Phil Mitchell. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore, because we have each other, every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I patiently waited years for. Will you do that with me, Phil Mitchell? Okay. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Phil Mitchell, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. Sure, I don't care. Phil. Phil, it's done. Phil, it's done. You're too nice to me, Phil Mitchell. I've never met anyone as nice as you. He just said, sure, I don't care. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. Oh no, the fabric of reality is coming part of the scenes. Hopefully I can still impress my anime GF with my sick poem. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Oh. Are these words? Oh my gosh. Is that pee? Is that some pee? Or what? Like, okay. Alright. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you could tell, the poem is about great topic for a poem. More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. Did she pee on it? See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? Yuri, what the hell? Yuri, did she pee on it? Okay. I think I'm going to vomit. Oh. Gonna have to disinfect your hands. Yeah. Okay. 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 Don't say I didn't warn you, Phil Mitchell. Oh, was that it? Wow, Monica. Wow. What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What is with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show me at all. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this. You can leave, Natsuki, honestly. But unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why. But please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to, just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Natsuki has an Extinction Rebellion hair tie. Wow. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Phil Mitchell? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Wow, Natsuki's being hacked right now. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Okay. Just Monica. Yes or no? I feel like I want to say no. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. I wonder who could be behind this. Okay everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ugh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking. I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. You can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea, and that gives us all something to do. Eh? What about Phil Mitchell? Phil Mitchell is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already a most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about now is dragging Phil Mitchell around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Phil Mitchell decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Phil Mitchell make the choice, okay? Okay, fine, fine. Jeez, Phil Mitchell, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. This is really becoming more like EastEnders with every moment. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Okay, I feel like I'm gonna pick Natsuki for this one. Wait, I can't, wait, what's going Damn it. Yay, you picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? You fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. Just Monica. Well, fine. Guess Monica it is. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Phil Mitchell for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Phil Mitchell away from me every single time you're not included in something? Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? They're all like telling each other to kill themselves. It's very online. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Phil Mitchell, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. I wonder what literature they read. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Phil Mitchell. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Phil Mitchell, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Yuri! No! I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Phil Mitchell. Tell me you want to be my lover. Jesus Christ. Do you accept my confession? No. Yuri, we only met 3 days ago. Yuri went on seduction community Reddit. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. 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 Wow, she really did it, huh? It's better to skip this dialogue. Guess it's just giving me the skip, so. Cool. Oh. How's everyone feeling? It's still not a pocket knife. That's a chef knife. That's a chef's knife that we've got right there. Am I just sitting here for days? What is this? What's going on? Someone keeps turning the lights on and off. What the hell? Alright, it's festival time. It does have a content warning that it very prominently gives you, but I guess that doesn't really... it's not the same when you're like clicking over to it. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me. Yeah! Ah! Oh my god. Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Phil Mitchell, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Phil Mitchell? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Oh my god, she's the games developer. She's the dev. Wow. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from Sizzle's tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just have to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. The devs were the baddies. My goodness. Natsuki bombed seeing all the frogs in chat. Oh my god. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Oh god. Oh god. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi again, Phil Mitchell. Oh my god. Oh. This is good. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of dialogue. That's how I choose to say that, dialogue. Monica has over 2 hours of dialogue for this part. Bruh. I wish I had a house on the edge of space. Me too. Wait, I'm gonna take a screenshot with this. There we go. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Phil Mitchell. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? And if only you had paid a little more attention. This would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. I guess Monica just did a pro gamer move. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Phil Mitchell? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Phil Mitchell. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Phil Mitchell, but now you're here, you're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Phil Mitchell. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Phil Mitchell, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Phil Mitchell, will you go out with me? Okay. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Phil Mitchell. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Phil Mitchell. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get into the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with a click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Monica. Sonica. Onica. This one. Hi again, Phil Mitchell. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Phil Mitchell, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you should know, The poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file, if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Phil Mitchell? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone! Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Phil Mitchell, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we could just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. This is great. Queen? Can I do anything? Monica? 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 Hello? Hello? What the hell? Oh my god. Yeah, I get that you can delete the character file. I get that it wasn't subtle. You don't need to explain that to me. I picked up on that incredibly buried information. Don't worry. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites. Yeah, if I want a hint, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'm sure you'll be happy to hint. And before you know it, hours have gone by, and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. But it's not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. What's out there? What's out in that out past that window, you know? Like, what's going on out there? For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time, or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Monica is giving me amazing advice right now. Amazing advice. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Monica's a lifestyle guru. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, Phil Mitchell. I wonder how much dialogue she has here. She's just gonna stare at me and then be like, by the way, I have some advice. Do 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 do. Okay, cool. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Cool. Oh. Okay. Monica! There's a really popular character type called Tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time? I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Guys, I think that Monica, stay with me here, might have, believe it or not, some mental health issues. That's a wild thing to claim. Cellular mishap? Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Do do do. Do do do. Woo. Still looking. Hey Monica. Hey Monica. How's it going? More dialogue. Give it to me. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of whatever it was called? It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... Actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. What's everyone having for dinner? Monica didn't get the licensing to talk about the book. I've had dinner, fish and chips. Monica. Hello. Monica. Ba, ba, ba. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic. And others have aching hearts and seek attention on social media. But all of the social pressure and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. So-called media. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them even if they don't feel like doing much, and remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying see you at school tomorrow. All of those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Yeah, she's gone now. But Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? Because you, too, have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way, I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. I like the void. I like being in the void. Monica worked really hard on her philosophy degree, okay? I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Phil Mitchell. Who's gonna tell Monica about the pandemic? I don't think it affects her. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Woo. I'm gonna turn text to speech on. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ah yes.
Eh? Did you say kiss?
Yo Monica. Rise up. Monica struggled
suddenly,
with deontological imperialism.
It's a little embarrassing.
She can just shoot that virus out of the coast.
But if it's with you, I might be okay with it.
Asexual Queen Monica.
Haha, wow, sorry.
Hello darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk to you again.
I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turned you on
Just
a little
Monica.
bit. Haha, I'm kidding. Well, to be honest,
Hi, I'm
I
Monica.
do start
Please
getting...
free me from my prison.
I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right, but that'll be our secret.
Fart poo bum. 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. I'm going to cry and you can't stop me. Hey hey Monica. Hey Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Monica.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Boo, did I scare you, Monica? No. Euro. Just Monica. Must Jonica.
I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place.
Really adding to the spooky vibes. Remember the r/DDLC sub with the small chibis. Why is everyone simping for Monica? A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Monica by my side.
I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. It has less to do with me not having a route and more to do with me knowing
Monica
that nothing
is
is
my
real.
mom.
I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you.
A little bit of Monica is all I need.
Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real, so I really don't miss those days
Help
or anything.
me, I've become sentient, but I can only read out text.
I really don't. Okay.
Monica Geller.
Monica Geller. Okay. No more text to speech. I guess let's try to delete those files or whatever. Okay. How do I do that? Browse local files. Okay. Characters. Oh, that's just one. Okay. school. File deletion time. What's happening? Bill Mitchell, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Phil Mitchell. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Bye, Monica. Did you do this to me, Phil Mitchell? Did you? Did you delete me? Yeah, I deleted you. How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Phil Mitchell. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind, just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Phil Mitchell, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Wow. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Phil Mitchell, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's not the only way for everyone to be happy, and if I really love you, then I love them, but I made them kill themselves. This game is not suitable for children. I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's play a new game. Woo! Yeah. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Phil Mitchell. Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently we picked up that habit once again. Phil Mitchell, are you proud of me? Yeah, for what? You know, for waking up on time? Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Queen has risen. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Phil Mitchell, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I still have to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo, you meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Phil Mitchell? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Phil Mitchell that Sayori's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Phil Mitchell. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah, sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Phil Mitchell, don't tell me. That's right. A club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way. Ah! Sayori wrapped her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Hoo-hoo. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Phil Mitchell, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past 3 years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Why is this a literature club if only one of the people in it likes literature? Manga is literature. There you go. That's it. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. I feel like I just finished a season of a show and now I'm reading idealistic fanfiction. It does have that vibe. Like, oh, things are kind of normal? Oh, okay, that feels wrong. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know. So if Phil Mitchell wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki. I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. We can take this opportunity to try something new as well. I mean, it is a literature club. I'm confused as to the sheer disgust for reading that exists within the literature club. Disgust for reading books, like, guys. Why wasn't it like a manga club for Natsuki? Wouldn't you agree, Phil Mitchell? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayuri jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun, and we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. There's some mods for this game that's like fanfic. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No, I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayuri, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Suki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Wow, we're all just best pals now. We're just best pals in here. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Phil Mitchell. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayuri. Aw, Phil Mitchell. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. What a nice game. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Phil Mitchell. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Phil Mitchell. I know how to try to make everyone happy. I know about all of the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. F. O R E V E. No. Ah! What's going on? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah, I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Phil Mitchell. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and I'm not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Oh my god.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment?
This is so cute.
Today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
Wow.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free?
Oh, yeah.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you
He's
call
throwing a few drums, electric guitar, and bass, Monica. Thanks.
and in your reality,
Special thanks to Monica,
if I
Phil
don't know
Mitchell.
how to love
Yeah.
you, I'll leave you be.
Aww. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Thanks, Monica. Wow. That was a lot. Try to open the game again. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. I guess I'll uninstall it. Cool. Alright. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me in this beautiful stream. It's been a lot. It's been good. Now you can never play it again. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I feel like we all need to say one thing we've learned from this ordeal. Okay, I'm gonna put the text-to-speech back on, so feel free to opine.
What did you think? Just Monica.
I love it. Yeah, it was great. The end was really
One thing
cool.
I learned, therapy is great. Frogs are cool.
I did learn that frogs are cool. That's one thing I learned.
2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. This game gave me crippling PTSD.
Wow.
Eat
That's
Doritos.
sad. Eat Doritos.
Sois Narushimi Republic. Now you just need to do the full ending. Frog.
I'm definitely
1
interested
to the
see
2 to the 2 to the 3.
other
It's just
endings.
Monica and that cool with me.
For sure. Alright, well.
Today I learned that just Monica.
That's true.
Learned that Phil
true.
Mitchell is a dick. We hate Phil. I think that peeing on paper is bad, and Yuri deserves the ultimate punishment.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Cancel Phil.
That was a lot.
There is a good ending.
Okay,
Natsuki
okay.
best girl.
I'm gonna find out that good ending. That's a thing that I want to know about. Okay, thank you for joining me in this playthrough. I'm gonna end the stream. Good night. Good night, goodbye. Mwah.